excited to meet your guys' characters. So, let's just jump right into it. Our story actually begins a few years ago. The last time the carnival was here, a purple tiefling by the name of Sarali took her younger sister Shaloth after spending several weeks doing odd jobs to scrape together enough gold to take her. Sarali adored Shaloth, who was cute as a button and a delightful shade of pink. The sounds of the carnival bring the memories rushing back to Sarali as she remembers the joy on her younger sister's face. Sarali, please, can we ride the dragonflies? Shaloth eagerly points to giant dragonflies whizzing overhead. Before Sarali can answer, Shaloth is taken by a racking cough. Sarali hugs her close and gives her the handkerchief she always carries. When Shaloth hands her back the handkerchief, Sarali can see the blood beginning to stain the cloth. As she hastily puts it back in her pocket, a stranger approaches them. A tall, elven woman with long dark hair and a beautiful green cloak. The stranger smiles warmly at Shaloth, and with a flick of her fingers, a burst of rainbow butterflies dance around her head. Shaloth giggles as the butterflies land all over her face and arms, and Sarali watches as the butterflies disappear by melting into Shaloth's skin. Sarali worriedly pulls Shaloth closer, noticing that she doesn't feel as hot as she normally runs, and she even looks a little less flushed than she did a moment ago. Sarali looks at the stranger inquisitively. Sorry, stumbled over my words.
No.
How'd
you do that?
Oh, I can do much more than that, darling. Come with me. I heard the young one is eager to ride the dragonflies. Shaloth runs excitedly towards them, shrieking with delight as the tall elven woman drapes you in her cloak. And that night, you made a deal. And Shaloth has been well ever since. However, in the past couple of months, you haven't heard from the tall elven woman, who you would later come to call Zybilna. Zybilna was a powerful mage indeed, and she's been able to help Shaloth quite a bit. But you worry that her disappearance will fade the magic that is preventing Shaloth. Now, Zybilna did have a contingency plan put in place for you. If I'm ever to go missing, look for Kettlesteam. Kettlesteam is a kenku who seemingly has some sort of connection with Zybilna. You never quite got all the details. You honestly thought you'd never use that information. But as the months kind of waned on, you started getting a little agitated, and you began to seek out Kettlesteam, which eventually brought you back to the Witchlight Carnival. It's just as you remember it. Beautiful circus full of swirling lights, giant dragonflies fluttering overhead. Huge rainbow bubbles in the sky float as you can see people riding them along. And the ticket booth, which is draped in blue velvet with silver stars. And the same old goblin who took your gold the first time you came.
Excuse me? A ticket?
Oh, yes, step right up. Oh, get a little closer, sweetie. I'm a little hard of hearing here. Yes.
I step a little closer.
Tiefling, okay? He adjusts his, little spectacles that he has. He's like a dark green. He's got giant ears, bald head, lots of wrinkles. You can see he has, one of those, old-timey, earphones, next to him. And, he squints even, with the glasses. And when he smiles, he has, a full set of, very sharp-looking teeth, but his smile is so charming that it's a little bit unnerving. And he's like, okay, well, how many tickets are we looking for this evening?
Just
Just one? Okay. Let's see here.
Me.
Oh, well, that's gonna be about 5 gold.
Okay. I hand over the 5 gold.
He like takes his time. He has his long fingers and he brushes the coins, make sure there's 5 in there, and he unceremoniously dumps it in a box that's next to him. And he goes, "Okay, well, and here's your ticket." And he like loudly like slams down like on like a punch machine essentially, and he hands you a rather large but beautiful ticket with the Witchlight Carnival scrawled across the front. And he goes, "Now, you see here, this is good for 8 rides. So lots of rides, lots of things to see, and don't forget the Big Top Show. Now, all the rides don't need the punch here, but they may ask. Oh, and I almost forgot." And he like turns around and he like kind of like wrestles out like a large like sack that he has, and he goes, "You will need your wings, of course. What color?"
Look.
He like rummages around. "Pink, of course, yes. Okay. And he like pulls out this like pretty like large pink pair. You can see they're like bedazzled with like gold glitter, and they're like a little swirly a little bit. Very cute and pretty. And he hands them over to you gingerly, and he goes, "Now, remember, you mustn't take the wings off. It shows that you've purchased a ticket."
I promise I will not take them off.
Okay. "And no fighting."
Fighting?
Yes. Or you will be escorted immediately. No, there's no fighting. There's snail racing,
Okay.
and there's staring contests with the Cyclops, but there's no fighting. No fighting. So that should be everything in order. And have fun. And he sort of like shoos you off as he helps the next customer.
Whoa. I put my wings on.
The wings easily strap on, and you notice that all of the carnival folk, including the carnival workers, all are sporting an enchanting pair of wings, and you smile as you see like a large like tree sort of like stumble into the center just beyond the ticket booth, and you see a bunch of children start crowding around him, and you see a little red squirrel come out, and he starts like throwing like little like nuts and what look to be like sort of like small sparkling like orbs into the children as they like reach and try and catch what the little squirrel is throwing.
I wander over to watch more.
You enter the carnival. You begin to watch. That will bring us to, well, a very particular Witchlight hand who has semi-recently joined the carnival. The carnival often employs new hires. Some stay for a long time, some stay for a little bit of time, but it is each to their own prerogative. The Witchlight pays them a small sum, but it is absolutely wonderful to be within the carnival every night, and the smell of like cotton candy and popcorn and roasting peanuts is absolutely enchanting. And a small green goblin with very large ears indeed and huge glasses finds herself running just one of these shops. It has like almost like a red unicorn horn top. It's a very small little shop, but it's all Greb's. And Greb finds herself, haggling on this fine evening with a tall, a tall tabaxi woman who has very like regal robes on of a beautiful like iridescent purple, and her arms and paws like rest just under her breast, and she looks glaringly at all of the potions that Greb has to offer.
Well, are you going to buy something or not?
Well, I can see that these are handmade.
Yes, by my own hand. Thank you very much.
And
Finely crafted.
She looks up at the sign which says Greb's Med Shop in green lettering, hand painted by Greb herself, of course. And she looks down again to the bottles, and she sort of, without touching them, gets really close and like kind of like looks them over, and she goes, "And how much for this?" She like reads the little sign, and in like the smallest handwriting ever, it's like "Gentleman's Aid."
That one? I'd say that one is 150 gold pieces.
Oh, this is absolutely ridiculous. I wouldn't pay more than 50 gold. And she like leers at you again.
How about 100 gold?
75 gold and not a penny more. Her eyebrows like beginning to twitch a little bit.
Fine, it's yours.
And she like snatches it super quickly off the counter, and she like jingles around in her coin purse for just a moment. She like kind of like you outstretch your hand, she kind of like chucks it on the counter for you, and she sniffs as she walks off.
This is a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Greb, you've only really been at the carnival for like a month, and it's been it's been a little different than it's been back at home. Back at home, you had a beautiful storefront. It was your mother's, of course, but you would always run the counter, and wow, you've never had a customer quite like that before. In fact, all your customers were incredibly enchanted to be in the storefront of the very famous Wixla, the finest smith this side of Faerun.
What would Mom think of me now?
You think about your mom, Wixla, who you always kind of lived in her shadow. She always wanted you to be a smith and take over the family business, but you were always so much more enchanted with potion making and alchemy, and you knew that your true calling was potion making. And while she's supportive,
call to be.
While she's supportive, you're certainly roughing it out here. And as the tall tabaxi walks away, you see your homunculus servant sort of patter up to you. Pot is a small iron cauldron that you have enchanted to sort of like walk around, help you making potions. He has like kind of like long like iron arms that you've created, and he sort of like looks up at you, and you imagine gives you an interested look, although his face is more just like iron moldings.
Well, don't just stand around, go clean something.
And he like trots off to go like dust something. Greb, as you suffer through customer service, not too far away.
Retail.
Yeah, retail. Not too far away. Another small folk sits in waiting. A little red kobold named Flubs. Flubs has been, well, hiding out at the carnival. Whoa, he's also huge. He's a dragon!
Ah!
Flubs has been hiding, kind of like within the Witchlight Carnival for, well, a couple of weeks now. And, well, he's been causing a little bit of mischief. You know, not anything too crazy, but, his caretaker, Kettlesteam, the kenku, has sort of, been camping out here, unbeknownst to carnival owners, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. But that's besides the point, and also something Flubs doesn't necessarily know or care about. And, well, Flubs has just been instructed to, cause mischief and, provide distraction whenever possible. And there's nothing Flubs is better at than sneaking around and being mischievous. Notably, Flubs does not have a pair of wings. So he is very sneaky about where he goes and hiding throughout the carnival. He has been trying to get his hands on one, but he hasn't been super successful yet. But he has a good feeling about tonight. He lays in wait, watching the Pixie Kingdom, licking his lips.
So boring.
Shadowy, a shadowy rustle next to you, and a southern drawl that has accompanied Kettlesteam for the past couple of weeks comes over the carnival noise and goes, "Well, don't just stand there. Go get yourself some wings, boy." And she, like, shoves you out.
Okay. How do I do that?
Well, just find an unsuspecting child. There's a ton of them. Go.
Okay. Gonna turn, look for the nearest child.
Just like, there's a child somewhere up in here. So you actually see a ton of children. Go ahead and make me a perception check, Flubs.
First roll of the
First roll.
game.
Good.
Aww.
Oh
It was
no!
almost a nat 20,
Oh man.
but it wasn't.
The dogs hate it.
That's a total of 8.
Total of 8. You look around and you're like, you know, as a small folk, honestly, you never quite figured out the difference between, like, what a human child is and the human adult.
Mhm.
Like, and then there's halflings, you think, and then there's dwarves who are also small, and then there's gnomes who are small, and you kind of just you see a lot of everything in between. And you kind of, like, look around and you're just like, all right, who looks like an easy mark? And well, you kind of, like, wander a little bit past the Pixie Kingdom, and you kind of, like, look around the bubble pot teapot, and you see a purple tiefling. She has this gorgeous pair of pink sparkly wings that would look so cute on you.
He stops and his eyes just like double in size.
Oh.
He's going to try to sneak up behind this tiefling.
All right, roll a stealth
Oh
check.
no.
13.
Okay.
Not amazing.
Not amazing. Sarali, what is your passive
Yeah.
perception?
11.
Okay. Sarali is like this purple tiefling is enchanted by this sort of like little ceremony that the treant and little red squirrel are doing. Sneak, 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 and you're able to sort of just sneak up to the side of the building, and you decide, all right, I'm gonna go for it. Go ahead and.
Okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Nick.
I mean, I don't think he really understands how people like have their ways or like
Yeah.
it. So he's just gonna reach out and just kind of tug lightly on one of them and see if it comes off.
Okay. You can make a sleight of hand check or a strength check.
I'll do sleight of hand.
Okay. You're able to sort of like move through the crowd, which is full of all kinds of sizes of people, and you give a little tug onto the purple tiefling's pink wings.
18.
All right. You're able to snatch them. Like you literally just two claws and you like rip them off of Sarali, who all of a sudden turns around and you see before you a little red kobold with no wings except for the beautiful pink pair that the goblin at the front had just given you.
Hi.
You took my wings.
Can I have these?
Why?
You know, I don't really know, but I mean, they're so pretty. Can I have them? I want them.
They are really pretty. That's why I chose those.
Oh. I can't have them.
I mean,
He's gonna like put it down and just like stare up at you with these like puppy dog eyes and please.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god. That's a 23.
oh yeah.
Whoa!
It's quite
Holy
literally
crap!
It's quite literally like Sarali, you look at this little red kobold, and like his eyes get huge and they get like a little twinkly, and he does like a sad lip pout, and he's just and your heart melts. Oh.
It's like Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally Puss in Boots.
I mean, okay. I was told not to take them off. So
Oh.
I would advise not taking them off.
How about I get one ring and you get the other? How does that work?
Can we do that?
Yes.
Well, I kind of start like rummaging through. I'm like, I don't think I have anything to help with that. Do you have something to help with that?
I might, yeah. He's gonna reach in his pocket and pull out a dagger.
Okay.
This might work.
That would work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything striking Flubs that this would be a bad idea in this moment.
Oh no, Flubs is
Sarali.
clueless. Flubs is
Awesome.
absolutely clueless. He's just like, la la la. Also, the dagger for Flubs is like, it's kind of large. Greb, you have, no one's like walked up to your counter in a little bit, and you turn, and you've been kind of watching this from your shop, and as soon as you see the kobold pull out a dagger, you're like, okay, hold on.
Excuse me. Pardon me. You
Hi.
should not. What do you think you're doing?
Well,
I'm
he wants
sharing.
the wings. Yeah, he wants the wings, but I paid for the wings, and I was told not to take the wings off, so we figured we could share.
I'm sorry, but you can't share wings. That's not how
Oh.
it works in the
That's
carnival.
who.
Well, Mr. Light.
Oh, well, he does run the carnival.
You know. I guess.
Well, I mean, if you really want them, you can have them.
I do want them.
I know they're really pretty.
Do you
They
not
are.
have any money? You could just go and get your own pair at the front gate.
Can buy
But
them?
just remind me.
You get them when you buy a ticket. Do you not have a ticket? Are you supposed to be in here?
Yes.
Make a deception
Insight
check.
check.
Yeah. you can roll the insight. You can roll the deception.
I got a dirty 20 for my insight.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Okay. Sarali and Greb, immediately you guys are like, oh. He snuck in here. And you were kind of like, he is really cute, but
It's really
he needs a ticket if he's gonna be in here. Greb.
You're going to get in big trouble if you
Yep.
don't go and buy a ticket.
Oh, good. I'm supposed to cause trouble, so it's fine.
Well, you
What? Why?
Trouble.
It's fun. Why not? It's no, not trouble. Mischief.
Chaos is not good for business. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to report you.
Oh no, I'll do it over there. It's fine.
Nope. I'm sorry, but for someone who's causing chaos, it's very bad for business. So I'm going to go and let them know about you.
Why would you do that? Don't know.
I'm sorry, but these are the rules.
Do,
Unless you buy a ticket, you cannot be in here.
do you want the rings?
I don't need wings. I work here.
Oh. What are you selling?
Oh, I sell many things, mostly potions and elixirs and salves. Some oils as well. Are you interested?
Are you gonna report me if I buy something?
Well,
While they're having their stare down, can I just like take the wings and put them
Yeah.
down?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Okay.
I didn't think that would be possible. 21.
You like
Flub's passive perception is also 11.
you like do the really slow take away the wings, and then you like quickly snatch them and put them back on.
Slowly put them.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're pink and shiny.
well, if you promise to buy something expensive, maybe I won't report you.
how expensive?
How much gold you got?
I have 10 gold and 3 silver.
Oh, that's not anything. No wonder you didn't buy a ticket. You have no money.
I mean,
Well, I can't work with you. Sorry. I don't think anything in my shop is under 10 gold pieces. It's
Wow.
very high quality.
they must be really good. Wow.
Yes. I'm aspiring to be the best alchemist in this continent. So I have
Uh.
practiced and am perfecting my art.
You are the best alchemist that I know.
Thank you. Wait, how many alchemists have you met?
None.
Well, okay. So I'm still gonna have to report you. I'm sorry.
I really thought that would work. You know, I tried to. It's kind of rude, isn't she?
It's
I don't know
rude
if
to
she-
call someone rude.
Whoa, this is getting intense. And Sarali just kind of starts drifting back to where the entry is, being like, I'm out of here.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
okay.
would you like to buy anything? Are you interested in potions?
I can tell you right now, I cannot afford whatever you're purchasing. As amazing as I bet they are, I can't afford it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
I appreciate honesty.
Oh, do you? Oh shoot, what was his name? Never mind, it'll come to me later. And I walk off.
All right, Greb. You
Can I look around for like any like
Yeah.
security?
Yeah, you know a couple people, so go ahead and make me a perception check for security.
Perception.
We are chaos gremlins.
This is everything I wanted and more.
I got a 4.
Okay. Well,
Oh my god,
Greb.
that's perfect.
You look around for security,
Where are those guys?
and
Who?
The security officers.
Oh no, they aren't very nice. No.
Well, it's their job to not be very nice.
That job must suck.
I guess you're right. Oh well.
Oh well. Okay, bye.
Wait. Would you mind walking with me to the ticket booth?
Why?
Because
I can't breathe.
Okay.
Greb does a fist pump in the air.
Okay, follow me. This way.
Okay. As they're walking past the ceremony that Sarali was looking at, can I try to swipe one of the
Oh, yes.
colorful flash grenades?
Yes. Please make me a sleight of hand check.
I would love to.
Oh, also before I get too far, I'm gonna be like, Pot, you're in charge of the shop while I'm gone.
You guys look back and you just see like a little like lid like kind of rattle like cling, 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 and just he like gets on like a little stool and he puts like his little iron arms on his hips, kind of like looks out like how you do.
He's so cute.
Was it a 17?
Oh yeah, you absolutely grab one of these. Let me look at these really quick.
I will
Go
add
ahead.
flash grenade to my inventory.
Roll me a d8.
Oh shit! Okay,
Hmm.
that's a 4.
Okay. You see like a little brown package wrapped up with twine, and it's just on the ground, and you like quick as can be just like snatch it with your little claws, and you like tear off the brown packaging, and you hold it out in front of you, and it's like a little flask of glowworms, and they're quite literally like glowing like maggot looking things, but they change color to reflect different, like whoever's like holding them. So what would you say your mood is right now?
Oh god.
Mischievous.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of content, honestly. Yeah.
You see they
So,
they like pulse a lovely yellow, a happy little yellow.
he's just gonna like hold it up to his face and just keep walking after Greb.
It makes like your eyes super huge as you like look into the flask, and you are fully like you're holding Greb's like arm, and she's fully just like walking you over to the ticket booth. Sarali, where do you pop off to while the others are taken to the authorities?
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think she sees the dragonflies again, and just kind of starts moving in that direction.
Okay. Yeah, the dragonflies.
Not like super motivated. Like I have to go.
Just like wandering.
No, it's more of like a leisurely wander, like a meander in that general direction. So she doesn't go very fast. She's just follow the things. And then I figure like halfway between where she met Flubs and Greb, all of a sudden she's like, Kettlesteam! That's what I was going to ask, and then she starts walking back.
So Greb, you march Flubs right up to the ticket booth, and you push up your glasses as you look your fellow goblin, and you like kind of like rap on the ticket booth like counter, and like ring the bell, and he pops like right up. He you guys absolutely must have some like from the same area of Faerun kind of, because he has like the matching giant ears, and with the glasses, like the resemblance is fairly striking, and he like looks at you and he smiles with his big toothy grin, which you return. Nicholas Midnight has worked here for a long time, and Nicholas has always kind of taken a shine to you a little bit, maybe because you're a goblin, but he is very favorable of you, and he kind of like looks around and he's like, "Oh, Greb, so lovely seeing you on this evening. How is your little med shop doing?"
Well, I just actually made a sale recently.
Oh.
It's the first one in this whole week, actually.
Oh, atta girl.
So it's very exciting.
You'll be making gold over fish in no time. Oh, well, and then like kind of like leans over a little bit more, and he sees Flubs, and he's like, "Oh, well, who is this now?"
This
Hello.
is an unpaying customer
I'm
of the
Flubs.
circus. He has not purchased a ticket, and I found him wandering the grounds, attempting to steal wings from a purple tiefling.
I wasn't stealing. I asked. And she gave them to me.
No, I don't think she did because she took them back.
I don't know why she did that. That was she definitely gave them to me though.
No, she did not. But anyways,
Nicholas is just like looking like back and forth between you guys, and he's like, "Well, this is highly unusual. I don't remember selling a ticket to a kobold this evening. He sort of looks at you, Greb, and he's like, well, we can handle this 2 ways. Now," and he kind of like looks at Flubs, and he gives like a little, like a sigh a little bit, and he goes, "Now, I don't love getting customers in trouble. It's not fun. It's not very carnival of us, but I understand rules, blah blah blah. Or
I like that last part. Yeah, the rules, blah blah blah. Just ignore. It's fine. I don't
a
need
vagabond running around in the carnival is not good for business.
yes,
If he stole
Vagabond is
wings,
such a-
he could steal many other things, including my valuable potions.
this is true. This is true. She makes a very intimidating case against you, little kobold. What's your name, young one?
Flubs.
Okay. Well,
What's your name?
Nicholas Midnight.
It is lovely to meet you.
He like is kind of taken aback by like how polite you are, and he's like, he kind of like leans out the window a little bit, like kind of just to Greb, and he's like, Greb, now listen. The carnival's not exactly hurting for money here. I think we can work something out. The little lad, he's probably lost. His parents are probably in there somewhere, and maybe he just lost the wings. I think we could just give him a pair, right? This doesn't have to go to Thaco, right? Grab
Mr.
Thaco.
Midnight.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yo, you go ahead.
Thaco is Mr. Witch's personal bodyguard clown, and he is very, very mean.
Terrifying. Do I
I mean, it
see
is a clown, to be fair.
do I see the basket that he's been throwing gold into?
Yes, it is a beautiful, ornate silver box.
Flubs stops listening. And he's just gonna
Oh.
start inching over.
And doesn't Flubs have wings now, anyways?
No, you have the wings.
No, you took him back.
Oh, I thought you had grabbed some on your way.
No, you
No,
grabbed
I
He
grabbed
grabbed
the
the grubs.
glowworms.
So
the
useful.
The mood glowworms.
Mood worms.
Mood worms. Alright, misunderstood.
Mr.
Anyways.
Midnight. Even if we were to give him wings, he is still a very suspicious character. He could still steal other things within the circus. Mr. Thaco would be scary to go talk to him, but my business.
No, well, I suppose it is up to you, Greb. You're the one who stopped the little guy. If you insist, I can certainly message him. He like gulps really hard, like kind of like wipes like sweat from his brow.
Well, I think that would be the proper thing to do.
He kind of like looks at Flubs, kind of like a sorry my guy, and he you see him just like his eyes glaze over for a second as he like begins like a message spell.
Do you have wings?
Yes, all
He does
Witchlight,
not need wings.
all Witchlight hands do wear wings.
Can I have
What is
yours?
Oh, I guess, yeah. I was thinking they didn't need them, but...
There is a specific reason everyone needs wings.
Greb would have like a really tiny pair, like it almost
Yes.
doesn't look like she's wearing wings.
Mhm.
They're very
And
small.
hers look kind of like, they're like little cicada wings.
Yes. This is what some of the other Witchlight hands look like. Yeah. So you see his eyes glaze over a little bit, and Flub starts asking you about your wings, and you like turn around and show him your like impossibly small wings that he kind of didn't notice at first.
Oh. You know, those would fit me.
I suppose so.
Can I?
No, you can't have them.
Oh.
These are my wings. I need them.
Do you have another pair?
You need to buy the wings through a ticket.
After Greb says that, can Sarali come back?
Sarali comes like bounding up to you guys.
You were the I was gonna ask you! Usually it takes a lot longer than that. Hi! Have you seen a Mr. Kettlesteam? You have? I'm looking for him.
Oh, I'll show you them. Come on, follow me.
No, no!
Fred.
No,
Fred,
wait,
go back
no! Excuse me.
in. Oh, do you wanna come too?
I'd prefer if you just waited here for just a moment.
But
Sash! We don't have
Oh.
to go right now. Unless you'd like to show me where Mr. Kettlesteam is right now.
I would. I really would. I'd like you to meet them.
I'd like
But
you
just-
to meet someone else too, though.
Yeah, but like, I know who this person is, and they're so cool and like so nice, and we'll just be right back.
No, but wait. So the person I want you to meet is also super cool. Super
Can
duper,
I make an
so
insight
cool.
check?
Yeah, totally.
Sarali doesn't understand what's going on
She's
anymore.
like, what in tarnation?
I got my
Make-
wings back and now I'm happy and now I'm confused. What's going on?
Make that
is
insight check.
terrifying.
19.
My
You do insight that Flubs does know Kettlesteam, and that
Okay.
Flubs does think that Kettlesteam is really, really cool. You also notice that Greb does not think that the individual that she wants you to meet is that cool, but you feel her indignation pouring off of her.
Can I tell if Mr. Midnight is still casting a spell? Is he now like looking on?
He like shakes his head and his like ears kind of like flutter back and forth, and he goes, "Yeah, well, Mr. Thacker will be here fairly shortly." He like looks at a pocket watch and he goes, "Now, Greb, you sure I can give you an extra pair of wings? It's no trouble." He starts to like rummage through and like pulls out
Thank you.
a little like black pair of wings that have like almost like a monarch design on them.
I don't know if that's my do you have a different pair?
Oh, well, okay, let's see. What color are you looking for?
How rude! You should not ask for a different pair when he's giving you wings in the first place.
Oh,
Now, Greb, he's just a little lad. Like, he's probably lost. Where are your parents?
oh, no, she's inside.
See, Greb?
Flubs, how old are you?
Flubs thinks really hard.
Really hard. Like, multiple seconds go by.
Really?
Would I know like the age, like the lifespan of a kobold?
Make an intelligence check.
19.
Even for a kobold, that is pretty young. He's not as like childish as he is sort of insinuating, but he is not he's not anything past like a teenager. I'm only 3 years old.
And you said your parents are in the circus?
Do I believe him?
Inside check.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a 6.
You think you may have been a little harsh on the boy, and like a wave of like regret kind of washes over you, and you look at Mr. Midnight, who's sort of like his glasses are like sort of like down on his nose a little bit, and he gives you a look of like, come on, Greb. Oh, Greb, listen. I'll distract Daco, and you can take this young lad to see his mummy and daddy. Now, go on. And he passes you a different pair of wings that fit your specifications, which are.
Oh, he just wanted a different pair.
He gave you
He's not super picky.
a bright blue pair.
Fine, here, put these on, let's go.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I was being rude earlier. You're actually super nice. I'm sorry.
I'm
put 'em
super nice?
Yeah, well, you gave me the wings.
Oh, well, that's the first time anyone's called me nice, but... Anyways, come on, let's go. We're wasting time. I gotta get back to my shop.
Okay.
Is there anyone at her booth, just as a curiosity?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
of course.
Like you see you see that Pot is doing his absolute most to like draw like customers' attentions as you guys walk by. He's like whistling like out of the top of his teapot like kind of hat, and he's like clanging his little like talons to make like a little noise, but it is drowned out by the calliope that is like just off to the side. And as you walk by, like Greb gives like a thumbs up, and Pot like gives her like a weak like back.
You're doing great. Keep up the good work.
And like a loud like whistle comes off of him. Flubs, you lead them through the carnival, and you lead them to a little spot. You guys are walking for a minute here. He leads you around Greb's med shop, and you guys see all the stalls that are selling all kinds of like trinkets and baubles. And you guys see like the big top just off to your side. Flubs, you remember that the Pixie Kingdom is just by the bubble pop teapot, and you like gnash your teeth, like kind of remembering. And as you guys pass by the giant Hall of Illusions, which is this massive like kaleidoscope of beautiful like colors, the Hall of Illusions tent is actually enchanted to change all of the time, and it's like a rainbow of different shapes and things. And you guys see a very, very sad mime just outside.
Do I know who this mime is?
Yes, this is Candlefoot. And he is a mime, but he's also like recently lost his voice. It's kind of been a scandal throughout the carnival. He actually lost his voice while he was proposing to his very famous and beautiful girlfriend, Palasha the Mermaid. And let's just say Palasha's like kind of been really upset about it. And well, she's been crying a lot. Sarali, as you guys are walking past the Hall of Illusions, a little glass box catches your attention.
I go up to it.
Greb, this is one of your favorite things in the carnival. This is, well, you have a little bit of like an idol, Tasha, from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, the greatest mage and alchemist to ever live, and you revere her entirely, and you love this little statue of her. It's so cool. It shows her in a beautiful witch's hat, in a dark green cloak, and she has dark, long, black hair. And, well, you see, the little box, it's enchanted, and you giggle to yourself as Sarali steps forward. Sarali, you look at this and also recognize the witch inside. It's a little marionette. It's very lifelike. And the little marionette is of Zybilna.
No.
That's so cool.
You're not.
Do you know who that is? She's one of my favorite people in the whole world.
Go ahead, Flubs.
If I look at it, do I see Kettlesteam?
No. You see, you see a witch, with dark black hair and a beautiful green cloak, a very lifelike marionette, and above it, the sign says Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
You know, that's a new one of her, I think. I have a collection of those.
Of the boxes?
You know my patron?
She's your
What's
patron?
a patron?
Wait, what?
You know the Fae Sylvina? I can't pronounce it.
Zybilna. Zybilna?
Yeah.
Zybilna.
Zybilna.
Okay.
Did that name
I'll get
mean
it.
anything to me?
Make a history check.
I'm going to assume it means nothing to
It
Flubs.
means nothing to you, Flubs. You don't know who Tasha
Cool.
is. You don't know who Zybilna is.
Nat 20, baby.
Oh my god!
For a total of 26.
Wow.
Oh my
okay.
god!
So, Greb is a little bit of a super fan of Miss Tasha. So, Tasha's a very interesting character. Like you know, she is a very famous mage. She wrote this book. She dabbled in alchemy. Yada yada yada. She's done a lot of really truly marvelous things. One of which is create the wish spell. Very, very difficult magic to pull off, but when you do it, it can literally change lives. interestingly enough, Tasha sort of disappeared. Like, like elven mages live a long time. And she kind of disappeared at really the height of her career. Like, she had just published Tasha's, everyone was singing her praises, and then she sort of like disappeared and off the face of Faerun. Pretty much no one has ever said that they've seen her or anything like that. And you religiously followed her career. Well, you did a lot of research on her. You spent a lot of time in the library just like looking her up, trying to learn everything about her. The
Staring at
only thing,
posters.
you have a lot of posters in your room at home.
Ton of memorabilia.
One
Full fangirl.
time when you were pretty young, you found a old book, which was like the history of Prismere, which you know to be the Feywild. And you remember this piece of interesting information that you came across, which is Archfey are essentially two different kinds of entities. You are either very, very, very old, and you were there at the basically beginning of time, and you helped create Prismere, or you became powerful enough to sort of ascend to being an Archfey. And you remember a specific picture in this book, like really caught your eye. And it was of the current Archfey of Prismere. Remarkably reminiscent of your superstar, Tasha. She had the long dark hair. It was streaked with gray now, but this, her eyes were the same. She looked slightly older, but she is an elf. She does live a long time. And instead of her classic like green or blue, she wore purple robes. But you always had a thought in the back of your head that maybe Tasha had just recreated herself and moved on to something else. It was just like a childhood like thought. But as you see this marionette in front of you and hear what Sarali is saying, that memory kind of comes back to you.
You're saying that you met this exact woman, and she said her name was Zybilna?
Zybilna.
Zybilna?
Yeah, I met her a couple of years ago.
This exact woman. This lady right here.
Yeah, it looks a lot like her.
It looks a lot
Yeah,
like
it looks
her.
like
It looks exactly like her.
Exactly like her. You've gone pale. Are you okay?
I think that's just green. I don't. Is she purple?
Greb just starts kind of hyperventilating.
Yeah.
Oh
What's
my god.
happening?
Why are we panicking? Do I need to panic too?
You met her?
Yeah.
Did you touch her? Did you talk to her? What was she like?
Yeah. Really, really nice, and she helped me out.
Do you know
And
where
now
she
she helps-
is?
Yes,
How
you
long
didn't
ago
know.
was this?
This was about
Do you know where she is now?
There's so many questions. I don't know what to do anymore.
Give the answers, lady!
Flubs,
I immediately go right behind Flubs.
How close are you guys to this box here?
Well, I'm assuming I'm now backed away because Greb is panicking.
How close did Greb get then?
I mean, I went up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you went up to it?
I'm assuming yeah.
I mean, I would have been standing next to.
Okay. Everyone go ahead and make me a
Sarali.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Flubs is great at those.
This will be fun.
Oh.
That was a
Oh,
natural
no.
3.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh no!
That was a natural 3 for a 2.
Ooh!
This is a natural 5 for a 7.
This is the best. Okay. So,
This is
Greb,
amazing!
as you
Chaos crew.
clutch,
Chaos crew.
as you clutch Sarali's robes and you start hyperventilating, you're tell me all about her. Oh my gosh! You start you're hitting the giggles a little bit, and you all of a sudden are clutching your stomach as you double over with laughter. Flubs, you don't know what's going on at all. You've never heard of Tasha, you've never heard of Zybilna, but this is the funniest thing you have ever seen. And Sarali, you also can't seem to get the words out, and you just start giggling to yourself until you guys are just howling with laughter on the ground.
Would I know what's going on here?
Yeah, after a couple of moments, you're gosh, gods darn it, of course, someone enchanted the box to cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
I'm gonna just crawl away from it.
For a minute, you guys are fully just on the floor, giggling and laughing with each other. It doesn't feel bad or anything. You guys don't take any damage, but you are prone and incapacitated for a minute. And as you guys sort of crawl away and get up, you have tears streaming down your eyes. And you guys kind of look at each other, a little bit of out of breath. And you're sort of okay, all right.
I didn't get it. What was so funny?
We had a spell
panic.
cast on us.
Oh,
We got
I
too
like the
close.
laughter more than the panic.
I'm sorry for losing my composure, but I would like answers to my questions.
Yeah, she was really, really nice. She helps. She provides me magic. It's really cool.
She provides you magic.
Yeah,
you can do that?
yeah. I think some powerful beings can do that, from what I understand.
Can you
I
do
think.
that?
No, I'm
Oh.
not that powerful. That'd be cool, though.
It would be
What-
cool.
When did you meet her?
About 3 years ago, here at Witchlight Carnival.
Here?
I haven't heard from her in a while, though. I'm a little worried. Oh, what's that over there? He's still going towards the next thing.
How long ago did Tasha kind of disappear?
Oh, several years ago. A couple of decades
over
ago.
Like
decade?
3?
No,
Couple of decades.
not 3. Couple decades ago.
Could you maybe show me exactly where you met her?
But we're so close to. She's just in.
Well,
Right.
we were Kettlesteam. Kettlesteam. Did I say that right? I think I'm
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, cool.
But this
never
could
know
be a
sometimes.
breakthrough. I don't think you realize how important this information is.
It's not gonna change in the next 10 minutes.
I need to know though.
I make a persuasion.
Yeah, do it with advantage
Yes!
because Flubs is already gonna walking towards Kettlesteam.
Flubs is just kind of sidestepping.
Yeah,
That's
anyway.
fine. You can ask Matt.
I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 6. So that would
Okay.
be 12.
Okay. Greb, you are you're not really like understanding anything right now. You're sort of in a moment of shock, and you really want to like learn more, but you kind of get the sense that Flubs and Sarali are going to be like fairly useless until you go like meet this Kettlesteam person. So you're just like fine. Let's go.
Okay, you promise that you can take me and tell me more information about Zagona after we meet this Kettlesteam person?
Sure.
All right. What do I know Kettlesteam?
No, there is no Kettlesteam who works for the carnival. So,
As a sidebar, I'm loving the chaos.
I love
Just-
every second of this.
Just saying, I'm loving the chaos.
I think Greb's gonna kind of like ready some stuff just because she knows that this is a very unknown, shady situation. So she's got a little thigh holster that's got a ton of tiny little potions in it, and she's just gonna like swap some out for some other ones and just like rearrange some of the stuff she's holding and wearing.
Do I hear the clinking of this as I'm walking?
Make a. Well, what's your passive perception?
10.
11.
Did you say 7?
I said
11.
11.
Oh.
I would say no.
Okay.
Sarali is not
I'm
that.
probably distracted.
Yeah, Sarali's like, I can keep one thing in my mind at a time, and right now
Yep,
I'm on my
sounds
way to
right.
St. Kettlesteam, and Flubs is confidently and proudly marching towards their little camping area. He brings you all the way down around the snail racing. You guys see the giant snails, which, contrary to popular belief, actually go really fast. And he takes you down past the river where you guys see beautiful swans, like giant swans that have been like enchanted to be able to have like riders float down the stream. And he takes you all the way down here past this tent, and just near the mystery mine you see a couple of like patchwork tents. Greb, you take a look at these tents and you instantly kind of are like, these are not Witchlight tents. Witchlight tents are, well, first of all, everyone gets a caravan, and even if they were preferred to camp out, they would have a much nicer tent than this. These are like kind of dirty, like dust worn, very loved.
Allywag tents.
Yeah, like, and you can see that there's like a bunch of like junk and stuff like piled around, maybe like some trash, like a lot of like corn dog sticks and stuff like that out there.
No! Not trash everywhere! Disorder! Chaos!
Mom, I need friends. Come see.
Now, Flubsy, you know I told you to go get a pair of wings, so you better have a pair of wings up in here.
I got them. They're blue.
You see
They're really nice.
you see like out of like one of the tents, a kenku pops up, and her eyes like kind of narrow when she sees the other two individuals alongside Flubs. But she gives Flubs a warm smile, and she goes, "Aw, Flubsy, now those are adorable. Where did you get them?"
Oh, this nice lady here gave them to me.
Technically, Mr. Midnight, the ticket booth master, gave them to you.
But you're the one that handed them to me, so.
Did he now? Well, she looks Greb up and down, and nods
Greb's
a little
also
bit.
looking her up and down.
Yeah, there's a hard moment of them just like looking at each other, and she goes, "I recognize you. You work for the carnival, don't you?"
That I do.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, totally.
to see if vibes are happening that Sarali will actually pick up.
Sarali's like,
14. 1-4. 14.
just gathering from this sort of like this tent situation that's happening up here, and like, listen, Greb has been uptight since the second you met her, but Greb obviously does not trust this kenku or Flubs for that matter, and so you're sort of like, oh, there's tension.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not directed at you, but there is tension. The kenku like crosses her arms, and she goes, "Well." She like kind of like tucks up. What do you want?
Sarali will awkwardly insert herself. Because that's what she would do.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Kettlesteam.
Her gaze.
Yeah, she wanted to meet you.
Her gaze kind of softens, and her hands like go to her hips, and she goes, "Well, that's very interesting that you know my name. How'd you come across that?"
My patron is Zilbani. Did I call that? I will get this name correctly.
It's okay.
And I haven't heard from her in a while, and I'm worried.
You see immediately.
And she does that little like fingers together, like trying to like awkward fidget, like really uncomfortable awkward fidget.
Yeah. You see immediately her demeanor completely changes, and she goes, "Well, why didn't you say so? Come on in then." And she like whips open the tent to inside.
I immediately go in.
I immediately follow.
Flubs right in. It's a modest tent, but it's still pretty big. Like you can stand up, you can walk around. Sarali, you're kind of tall with the horns, so your horns are like just kind of at the top, but you're able to be in here without like ducking too much. You guys see that there's like she had like a little tiny like cookout spot on the outside, and like while there's obviously like hand mended like patches of the tent and whatnot, you see that Kettlesteam has made this as cozy as possible. You see that there's like little firefly lights kind of enchanted to like be around the tent, give it a nice warm glow. Incense is lit. She has like a very, very worn and dirty rug in the middle of it, but it's homey. Like it looks like some definitely old blankets and pillows are around, and there's a very small table with 2 chairs.
I sit on the floor by the table.
She comes over to Flubs and like gives him a little like, she like smooths his ears back a little bit, and she goes, "Now Flubsy, did you get yourself in trouble?"
Yes.
Okay.
I got the rings though, so it's fine. I also found this.
And he'll pull out the glowworms and kind of shake it a little bit.
Oh, well.
You found that?
I did. It's just on the ground.
Kettlesteam gives you the nastiest look, Greb. And she goes, Well, that
They're
is
pretty.
absolutely darling. Now, I'm sure you'll find a nice place for that in your tent.
I will.
Okay. Who's a good boy? She kind of scritches behind your ears a little, and just no insight check needed. You guys see that you're not sure the biology how this would work out at all, but you're like, okay, this is obviously someone who has cared for Flubs. And Flubs beams with love and pride as she kind of fusses over him a little bit, and she pours you guys some lemonade. It's very, very sweet. It's very sugary lemonade. And she sort of sits down at the table and she goes, okay. You know Zabilna.
Yes.
And why are you here? How do you know my name?
Because
what do you want?
Because she told me to come find you if I haven't heard from her in a while. I haven't heard from her in a while and I'm worried. I think it's been a while. Because that's the only reason why I'm here.
Well,
You said it's been 3 years.
Well, that's when I first met her.
You've talked to her more since then?
Yes!
When was the last time you saw her?
DM, I'm assuming I talk to her more than I see her, right?
Yeah, you maybe see her once a year, if that.
Yeah.
But she sends you letters.
Yeah.
And or sometimes just presents.
Sarali would be kind of hopeless. Yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah.
Sarali might be a little hopeless if I didn't get some type of message.
Yeah. You get presents and you get letters.
Yes. Well, I last saw her, I think it was a little over a year ago, but that's pretty normal. I get messages from her more. And she sends me really pretty things, which I like. Especially, and she pulls, sorry, I'm gonna throw this on you. She pulls out a little bag, and she has these little marbles in the bag, and they're usually sparkly or shiny. There's nothing to them, they're just marbles, but they're all very colorful and very different. She's like, and see, and I got this one from her a couple of months ago, and then this one I got, when did I think I got this about long time ago, and this one I got, was this longer ago? I don't remember. But yeah.
She
sends
gave
me
those
really
to
pretty
you.
things. Yeah.
Directly from Tasha's hand. To you. She gave
Well, she sent them in a little package.
Greb is just mesmerized.
Greb, you see
And
that
Greb
the
just,
marbles are really, really gorgeous. One kind of looks like it has fire almost entrapped in it, and it flickers as if there's real flame inside. One looks like a tiny rainstorm is inside. Another's a mini snow globe. They really are special. They're not just marbles. Sarali's downplaying it.
She just thinks they're marbles.
May I,
Yeah, she thinks
may
they're
I look at one?
She just thinks they're marbles.
May I look at one up close, please?
I loot around in my little pouch, and I look at Greb.
I won't
then
keep
I
it. I
leave.
promise. I just went to look.
No,
I promise.
I got. And she pulls out one that has I would imagine it as one of the herbs that you use for one of your potions. Specifically that it looks like it's a full herb encased in this marble, but it looks like there's a little breeze going through it.
Oh.
And she's like, here.
Greb handles it like it's the most precious gem in the world.
Wow.
Can I can I do an Arcana check on this
Totally.
marble?
Flubs is like, wow, I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
He's
You
also a little bit
too?
mesmerized.
Yeah, he's like, wow. 2?
And she loots through the marbles. She's like, I can't give it to you, but you can look at it.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Promise?
Arcana on the.
Yes, I won't keep them.
Pinky
They're
promise.
yours. Okay,
Hold
yes.
up his like 3 talons.
I don't really have a pinky, but
Yes. Okay. And she pulls out the one that's the snow or the sleet storm, the snowstorm, and hands it to you. So you can look at it. She figures that you've never seen snow before for some reason.
Yeah.
You've never seen snow before, Flubs.
Never. He'll be mesmerized.
Dirty 20?
Yes.
You take a look at these marbles and they seem, at the absolute least, highly enchanted. There could be more to them where, but you would have to like experiment with one a little bit. It's very obvious that Sarali like treasures these quite a bit. And you also know, just because you're a businesswoman, that these would, even if they were just trinkets, they would fetch a fairly nice sum of gold. And it's surprising that Sarali has kept all these. Because she did mention that she didn't have too much money.
Yeah. And this would be probably like a pretty high level enchantment.
It's not a simple enchantment.
Does it seem kind of like in the same wheelhouse as what Tasha's known for?
Tasha's was kind of like her claim to fame is that she was this amazing experimentalist. And she literally invented several spells, including like the wish spell, which is like the most one of the most difficult spells to correctly perform. And so you imagine that this is something that she probably just was in her off time playing with. Flubs, as you like look at yours, a little snow bunny like hops across.
Oh my god. This is so cool.
Thanks.
Okay, well,
Greb, you're catching flies.
Did you say something?
I put my hand under Greb's mouth and I close it.
Well, just about supper time, and Flubs, what do we say about hospitality?
Do I remember what we say about hospitality?
Make an intelligence check.
That's a 7.
Always have the guests eat first.
So close, my little Flubs. Remember, when a friend or a stranger or even an enemy enters your home, you're expected to be gracious and accommodating them until they prove that they're undeserving of such hospitality. Now, I made your favorite, chili, and she, like, from outside brings in, like, a huge pot of this chili, which actually does smell really, really, really good. Kettlesteam spices her food.
It didn't catch that.
It didn't catch it.
I'll take my marbles back. I gotta put them away before
Greb
dinner.
sadly and carefully puts the marble back into your hand.
Thank you. And then I put it carefully back in my bag.
Kettlesteam's like...
She actually spoke to Tasha.
She's... Greb is like, what?
Greb's mind is just
literally
like...
fluttering around, and she...
I'm also wondering...
Go ahead.
I'm wondering how much Greb really believes that Sarali has met Tasha. Like, just based on Sarali's personality. If it's really...
You showing her the marble, though, I feel like is pretty convincing.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
She has no reason to think that you would lie. Kettlesteam is literally fluttering about, and she sort of like opens like a little... She has like a little side table, and she opens it up, and she has all these like mismatched bowls and mismatched silverware. Nothing matches. And she like very quickly puts down like a little table setting, and she gives you guys like huge bowls of chili, and which she then puts like so much cheese on.
Ooh. Is it spicy?
Flubs, do you think you would like spicy food?
Oh man. I think yes. I think the reptilian nature means he can take spicy foods.
Well, sweetheart, it is perfectly seasoned. That's what we call perfectly seasoned in this house. Too many people don't season their chili right.
Because I like spicy chili.
Oh.
So if it's spicy, if it wasn't spicy enough, I would just ask if there were some other spices that I could potentially add. I like spicy.
Oh, it's spicy. And she like gives you like a little wink.
Yay!
Flubs already has like a spoon that he's just blowing on.
Greb's just gonna kind of like try to nonchalantly like not eat any of it. She
smells so good. And Greb, I would say as an alchemist, you also kind of like spicy food, and your stomach kind of rumbles as you're like looking at the food, and everyone's like happily eating away. But if you decide not to eat, that's totally up to you. The kenku, after like a couple bites, is like, well, I did think that somebody might come a-calling. Wasn't sure who. But she kind of like looks you up and down. She goes, well, I guess you're as good as any. She kind of like looks at Flubs, and she looks at you, and she goes, now, Flubsy and I, you know, we make our way around Faerun, but I was told to wait for someone here. I'm guessing you're that someone. And well, I wanted to speak with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. You see, I've been causing a little mischief here.
Bless you.
Because they won't meet with me.
That's like a bodily sneeze. Sorry. Like a bodily sneeze.
I've been trying to not sneeze.
It's too spicy.
Yeah.
It worked perfectly.
Yeah. For some reason, they won't meet with me. I don't know why, but they refuse. And she kind of like looks at Flubs. Flubs, this is the first time you're hearing any of this. You thought you were just here because it was fun.
We should try to get a meeting with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Why do you need a meeting with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light?
Flubs, were you going to say something?
I was just gonna ask questions. Wow. The same thing.
Well, she kind of like looks at the door, makes sure the tent's closed. And she leans a little bit. Well, rumor has it that there's a little entrance to the Feywild, hidden in this carnival. And, well, the entrances have been blocked for, well, a little while now. And I was hoping that this one would be open. But I don't know where it is.
We can
Well-
look for it.
Yeah. I mean, I already paid for my ticket, so I should probably go explore the carnival anyways. Gotta take full advantage. Maybe Greb can help us. Greb knows the carnival pretty well.
Yeah. Do you know where the door is?
Well, pardon me, but how do you know, the lady, Tasha?
You see, Kettlesteam kind of puffs out her chest.
Sabina.
And she goes, well, and she looks at Sarali and she goes, you're a warlock, ain't you?
Yeah.
Me too, sweetie.
I pat
Me too.
my book next to me. Or attached to my hip. Yep.
Let's just say I serve a power that has a vested interest in Zabilna. But,
What kind of power?
well, a higher power. And she kind of like winks at Sarali and she goes, no insult to your patron, but my patron. Well, she's one of the best, one of the finest. Only trouble is, technically speaking, I can't be involved.
But I can be involved.
You sure can, sweetheart. And I'll do you one better. I'll send you with little Flubs here. I think he's ready.
Flubs, you get to hang out. We can go explore.
You really mean it?
Greb looks very dubious.
She gives him
It'll be
like
fun.
a little pat on his ears again. She goes, now Flubsy, I've taught you a lot of things over the years, but I think it's your turn to go out into the big old world and prove yourself. You're getting mighty fine with that dagger now.
Yeah. I'll bring back so many wings. Like, you won't even be able to, like, put them on the wall. There'll be so many.
Oh, you'll find much more than wings in the Prismere. Treasure.
Like what?
Oh,
Treasure.
magical items. Oh, there's
Cool.
lots to see.
Also lots of pretty flowers. And there's really interesting animals. Or that's what Zelbina tells me.
You haven't been?
Personally, no. But the stories I've heard are amazing. I've always wanted to visit.
So, Miss Kettlesteam, you believe that Miss Zabina, aka Tasha, is in the Feywild?
When you say Tasha, she like kind of cocks her head like how birds do, and she goes, well, I don't know with Tasha, but yes.
You don't know Tasha.
What? Tasha who?
Tasha! Tasha who made all of the cauldron spells. She made the wish spell. She's the most greatest inventor of magic in all time.
There's
You
a
don't
fun-
know Tasha?
I think she has like an action figure. It's pretty cool.
Sweetie, I got two.
She's in
spell
the glass
slots.
box. Just a few.
Oh yeah, that little marionette
Just
thing.
a few feet away.
Well, I think that's a doll, sweetheart.
The doll is based off of a real person.
I'll take your word for it, sweetheart. Anyway, back to business. Now, here's what I know. Zybilna was the Archfey of Prismia. You know, there's different courts and stuff, and, well, there's Queen Titania, of course, of the Spring Court, very famous. Well, it's been some years now since I've been back, but I'm not sure if, Zybilna's running the show anymore. I don't know where she is.
Well, then we definitely have to go to the Feywild and find her. Well, I'm still getting my magic, so she must be okay. Somewhat okay, I hope okay. Oh,
well,
no.
Well, that is a good sign, sweetie. Your magic's still on, she must still be alive. But just because she's alive doesn't mean she's up and kicking. You know what I'm saying?
Like, she's
I cast
asleep?
a little minor illusion of, like, butterflies really quick to make sure that I actually still have my magic.
You totally still have your magic.
Wow.
And they're pink butterflies with sparkles, and they're just kind of flitting around. Okay.
Can I infer that Titania is Kettlesteam's patron?
Go ahead and make either... Well, yeah, make an intelligence check.
Uh, 17.
The way she talked about Queen Titania, it doesn't seem like that's her patron.
So someone more powerful than Queen Titania?
Mm-hmm. Someone
Or,
more
like,
powerful
on
than
her
Queen
same
Titania and more powerful than Zybilna. Which, to you, mind blown, who could possibly be more powerful than Tasha?
We don't mess with the higher beings. Don't mess with that stuff.
See, this one's smart. This one you gotta stick with, okay, Flubsy? Now, she looks at Greb, she goes, now, what's your name, sweetie?
Greb.
Oh, yes, you're the little med shop with the fancy potions and stuff. Well, they'll come in handy. You gonna go along?
Well, if Tasha is involved, then obviously.
Oh, well, again, I don't know who Tasha is, but Zybilna, I would be very appreciative, and she is a very,
I
very
believe
fine
Tasha
mage.
and Zybilna is the same person.
Well, that would be quite the coinkydink, wouldn't it?
It's quite logical to me.
Whatever you
It
say.
seems like she maybe has ascended to be a powerful Fey being.
Sarali is just watching the verbal back and forth like a tennis match.
Yeah. Kettlesteam's just like looking at Greb like, listen, I don't know what kind of like crack you're smoking, but whatever gets you going. And she goes, well.
Greb adjusts her goggles.
Yeah. As long as you take good care of my Flubsy here. And
Does he really have to come along?
He's very, very stealthy. And he's very, very good with the dagger. And he can open any lock.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
He's a good boy.
Well, if you say so.
We'll have fun.
Yeah.
And now that you have wings, you'll be able to go through the carnival without worrying about anything.
Oh, I already did that. That's fine.
Oh. Did you see a portal into the Feywild?
What does it look like?
I don't know. We should probably find that out.
That'd be good to know. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Would I have been through the portal before?
Nope.
No?
Have you been to
Depends on how
the,
much the
I don't
carnival
think. Oh, well, like. Sorry.
I thought my mom's shop was
Your shop was in the Feywild, right?
thought so. In that goblin market you said?
Ah, yes. You, so when you were younger, you guys did have, like, when you guys weren't quite as famous and well made, you had this stall at the goblin market, and then when you went off to go study with your clan, your mom decided it was there was more gold in Faerun. The issue with the Feywild is everyone wants to haggle and bargain in like oaths and boons, and she was just like, that doesn't pay the rent. So she has been in Faerun for like a couple years, but you do like, you have been to the Feywild, and it is how Sarali described, beautiful, magical, like small folk of all kinds, Harengon, bullywugs. It was a great time.
Lots of weird magical herbs everywhere.
Tons of weird magical herbs, and that was kind of what got you into alchemy in the first place, was how abundant stuff was in the Feywild. But it's been a couple years since you've been back.
Well, I might have some theories about where to start.
So you'll come with us?
Well, if it means meeting Tasha, aka Sibilda, then yes. I will come with you.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
first, I need to pack up my shop and go see if Pot has made any sales.
Oh, good thinking. I should gather my stuff too if we're going away somewhere.
I've got everything I need.
Miss Kettlesteam, you
Yes,
do not
sweetie.
have a ticket, yet you are residing within the circus. This is against the rules.
Well,
Considering you've given me very valuable information about Miss Tasha, I will overlook this this rule breaking as long as you pick up the trash around your campsite. It is a health hazard and disgusting.
oh,
What trash?
yes, not trash. Rat Flubsy?
What is she? Like the bottles?
Yes. And
Oh,
all those beautiful corn dog sticks that you spend so much time cleaning off.
yeah. Why do you want to get rid of those?
That is trash.
How
It belongs in the
dare you.
garbage.
You don't mean that.
What would you
Well-
do with them otherwise?
You can do a lot of things with those.
Yeah.
They will
You can
attract
make things.
rodents and pests.
Well, if
It's
Flubs
very
is cleaning
unsanitary.
off,
I let them clean each one.
you can make a tent with them. You can make different types of dogs. Ooh, we should have a craft party.
Maybe you can like glue them together and make like a small like mascot of the person you like.
There you go.
I
That's such a
would
good
not
idea.
insult the Lady Tasha building a replica of her out of food sticks.
Why not?
You know, it might be flattering. Especially if you make it really pretty.
I don't think I can handle this anymore. How about I meet you at my shop and you can get your things ready. Meet me at my shop when you're done, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
And I'm gonna just like push my full bowl of chili towards Flubs and like
You are so nice. Thank you.
I'll start digging in.
Yeah. Greb,
I just quickly scurry out of the tent.
Yeah.
Wow, Greb is super serious.
All right, we're gonna take a little break, like a 5-minute break.
Cool.
Mics are still hot, just a heads up, because I hate muting it because it fucks up the whole stream. But we'll be right back.
I was thinking Sarali was gonna be the mom friend of the group, but it seems like that might be more Greb's job.
I love the chaos.
Yeah, I was thinking you were gonna be more of the mom friend of the group, but I feel like that might be more my job.
Not necessarily. I mean, I have a feeling it might go a little back and forth.
Yeah.
Or you could embrace the chaos.
Chaos and disorder.
the reason why Sarali has not kind of started the mothering yet is, one, she doesn't know either of you guys yet, and two, she's still trying to figure you guys. And usually she gets very distracted, like while she was eating the chili, she really wasn't paying attention to anything else but eating the chili. So yeah, I have a feeling she'll have her moments of being like, okay, but now listen. This is a bad idea. But I also liked the idea of making her like love spicy food, because Jester, because I'm watching season 2 of Carnival, is all about the sweets. I was like, I'm gonna do something different. All about the spicy food.
Okay, my little gremlins. Are we having fun?
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
So much fun.
the most hilarious dynamic.
At one point, I felt like I could not breathe. So I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, I've been laughing like a lot. Okay. So, Greb, you storm out of the tent, and Flubs, you finish your bowl of chili. And
Second bowl of chili.
Your second bowl of chili.
Yeah. Eating good tonight.
Yeah. And you beckon for Sarali to follow you into the other tent, which is your own personal little tent.
Do I have to slouch quite a bit?
It's
pretty small.
It's small. It's small in here, But Flubs, how's your tent look? What do you have in there?
There's not much really. There's like a very small like kids table almost with one chair on the side, but the majority of it is like almost a nest of some kind of like branches and corn dog sticks that are like weaved together to form this nest. That also has like a bunch of shiny things. Like there's an empty potion bottle in there. There's a few gold pieces that are like tucked in there. And he will like start to pull out his moonworms and like start to weave it in and be like, oh wait, no, I need those, and take it out. And he'll start like undoing all of the shiny things and like pack it into a bag.
Help with anything?
Oh,
Can I help?
It's a little small. I'd never realized until now because, usually it's just me in here, but, it's not very big.
It's still cozy though.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It keeps out the cold, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll be right out. I just need to pack up some stuff.
Okay. And I back out and just wait patiently in the grass. Kind of looking.
It's really pretty outside the tents. Like the water burbles nicely, and you see a swan float by, and it seems to have like a family of halflings inside who are like excitedly pointing at everything. You see the bubbles floating above the lights, and you also see like the mystery mine, which is one of the more like intimidating rides in the carnival. It has a huge like dragon head above it, but it's like a coaster, and you hear like the screams as people enter the dragon mouth. Flubs.
You timed that perfectly with the audio.
Oh, perfect. Look at me.
As the screams were going by, I was like, okay.
Master DM over here. Flubs, anything special or secret that you're packing up that you didn't want Sarali to see?
Ooh. Not really. It's mostly junk.
Yeah.
But it's
you think it's treasure?
It's shiny and Flubs it. It's his prized possessions.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing special.
Your
The glowworms are by far the
very full.
most exciting. Yes.
You have to like really cram things down, and you hear like kind of like glass crunch in the bottom, and you're like, I'll deal with that later.
Yeah. Just more pieces to enjoy.
Yeah. Flubs is so wholesome.
I'm all for that.
Greb, you make your way back to your med shop. Go ahead, Flubs, sorry.
No, yeah, he'll just pack everything up and make his way out.
Make him on way. Okay. Greb, you go back to your med shop, and you see Pop there again, still like he's like really trying to be like animated, but he's kind of like he's a little tired now, and he's like ooh, and clink 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 clink, and he just hasn't gotten a sail, and he like looks at you, and he gets a little bit more excited, and he's like clink, and he starts like he jumps off the step stool and then like runs out the side up to you. A little bit of liquid sloshes out, and then the grass like dies underneath.
Watch where you're spilling. How many times have I told you? Hot, you would not believe the information I've learned.
Oh?
We have things to do. Quickly, pack up the shop. We're going to be going on an adventure. To find Lady Tasha.
He immediately starts like super swiftly just like packing things up in your backpack and such. You have a really interesting like box for like some of your minor potions, where it, like all these like little bottles go in this like little cabinet of things, and he immaculately just like completely sorts them super quick, and in honestly no time at all, between you and Pot have pretty much the whole shop packed up. While you're packing up the shop, you find a note in the bottom of your cash register.
Pot, did you put this here?
Her?
I read the note.
You immediately recognize your mother's handwriting. It's quite nice. And it's on like... It's not on her like official letterhead or anything like that. It's just, it looks like it's torn from her diary or something. Dearest Greb, I know that I wanted you to be a smith, carry on the Ubug name, but I know your heart isn't in it. I wish you all the best in your med shop. I'm sure the Witchlight Carnival has never seen such as fine an alchemist as you. And then at the bottom it says, you make me so proud, Mama.
Can I try to guess like where it came from, like if it's actually from her?
Yeah, totally. Make an investigation check.
(16 + 6 is
22?
22.
22.
Sure looks like your mom's handwriting. You do notice it's not on her official letterhead. You also kind of notice that it looks like the ink is like a little thin, almost as if she had written this letter multiple times and then decided that she wanted to keep it short and sweet.
I'm gonna just like tuck it away in my clothes.
Pot, you need to be more observant. Someone could have taken the money out of the till. If someone can put something in, then someone could take something out. I know you don't have true eyes, but you're more observant than most Pots.
He like fully looks the wrong way trying to look at you, but it's like kind of in your direction, and he's like,
I rotate.
yeah. And he like goes back to organizing things just so, and like you kind of like hold the letter to your chest a little bit. Your mom and you have an interesting relationship. It can be a little strained at times, but like it meant the world to you to know that like she did believe in you. You take a second to look at your shop with your lovingly hand-painted sign. It's not the best sign in the world, but it's what you could do, okay? You're not an artist, you're an alchemist. And you kind of steel yourself and you're like, it's all be worth it when I meet Tasha.
I'm gonna pick up a rock
Uh-huh.
and start tinkering with it while I'm waiting for the others to show up
Okay.
in front of my shop.
Sarali and Flubs come by not too long after.
Oh, hey! Are you ready?
Yes, I've been ready for a while. Are you two ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good. I'm gonna place the rock on the counter of my shop and use magical tinkering, and suddenly there's like a light up little magical sign that just says "Be back soon."
Okay. So cute.
Alright.
And it just stays there. Alright, well, I believe if we're after finding the portal to the Fey realm, we should maybe talk to Mr. Light.
Oh, did you at?
I thought
She's trying. You can see Sarali trying really, really hard to remember something. And then she goes, "Oh yeah, you wanted me to show you where I first met."
Yes, I would like to know that. Where she
Okay.
stood in real life.
Yeah, it was on the way to the dragonfly rides.
Let's go.
Chaos gremlins unite.
Yes.
It's in our nature, D. We can't
love
help it.
I love it.
We're all gonna be very distracted.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
It's so good. I
I'm
can
all
throw
for
anything
it.
at you guys, and you guys will be like, "Ooh."
Whoa.
So you guys,
Really?
walk through the Witchlight Carnival, and it is, again, like, it's not a normal carnival. You see that every patron has like this childlike wonder to them. The wings seem to like flutter by themselves. Some like catch the lights in a really enchanting way. The music is high and loud, and the like laughter of children like dances through the different streets and alleyways. It's very, very joyous on this night, and it seems like this night could like last forever. You guys make your way past the calliope that you guys saw before. You see the calliope is run by Greb. You know this goblin. Her name's Marigold. She is dressed as a ladybug. And you also know her her bestie, Ernest, who is a monkey.
Hello, Marigold. Hello, Ernest.
Well, hey, sweetheart, how you doing?
I'm okay. How's your night going?
Well, it's an absolutely beautiful night, wouldn't you say?
I suppose.
Oh, come on. Look at Ernest. And you see Ernest is in like, he's in like a full, like little vest and like a little fez. And he's like clanging his like little cymbals together. And you see, there's like a little like organ grinder, around. And she like goes over and like turns it and she goes, "Spare a button, if you please. I'll sew it next to all of these. I offer nothing in its place besides a smile upon my face." She like does like little jazz hands, and you see like children are like scrambling to like rip buttons off their coats and like give them to her. You see that she has like a really lavish vest, like full of buttons of every size and color. And she goes, "Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Absolutely charmed. Come again. Here you go." And she like takes up like a dandelion next to her, and she like blows the dandelion, which becomes like the dandelion petals become like impossibly big, and they like float into the wind up towards the bubbles and the dragonflies.
Wow.
When she's singing, Greb's just kind of like singing along like she's done it a million times.
Like, you unfortunately know that song, yeah.
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 Do any of the buttons fall to the ground?
You see on Marigold's vest that she does have a couple of loose buttons.
Oh my god, please.
Yeah, I mean, when they're blowing the dandelion and everyone's looking up at the petals, going, "Can I just snatch one?"
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Yes. I mean, Sarali's 100% distracted by the dandelion.
Sarali's
so
like,
she would
ooh.
notice. Ooh.
30-20.
You easily snatch like a bright turquoise button off.
Gonna flip it in my pack.
As the children like scurry away, like running after the dandelions, you see that Ernest sort of like puts his cymbal down and he goes, well, darling, we have to work on this song. It leaves a lot to be desired. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't even rhyme, really.
That's a good point.
Oh, hello, Greb. I didn't even see you there. You know, part of the act and all.
It's a good act, but I agree. It could rhyme more.
It rhymes.
Would you happen to know? Would you happen to know where Mr. Light is currently?
Well, she kind of gives you like a look and she goes, well, you know, he doesn't really like to come out before his big top show. You know how Mr. Light is. He's kind of a diva. And, well, Mr. Witch is very busy with, and she kind of like looks off and she goes, stuff.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Sarali's trying to think of rhymes right now. It's not being very successful, but she's trying.
Flubs is trying desperately to flap his wings to see if he can fly.
He definitely can't.
Okay, well, he's still trying.
Yeah, Ernest sees you and he's like, oh, sweetheart, they don't actually fly. You see, birds can only fly because their wings, because their bones are hollow. Well, technically speaking, bumblebees shouldn't even really be able to fly. You see, and he's just blah, 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 and Flubs immediately glazes over.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
I got a 14.
Okay, 14. What was the question? I had a Sarali
I
moment.
was inciting her about Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
You've only met Mr. Witch and Mr. Light once during your interview. They are extremely intimidating men. Mr. Light is like unnerving, and Mr. Witch is very intimidating. You have the feeling that Marigold just doesn't want to tell you that, like, it's probably a bad idea to just, like, walk up and demand a meeting to you, but she's, like, kind of being nice about it. Now, sweetheart, there's so much going on in the carnival tonight. Look at how beautiful it is. Look at the stars, the clouds, the moon. I mean, what more could you ask for? Why do you want to talk to those old fuddy-duddies?
Well, I
can't come up with any other rhymes.
That's not important, Sarali. We need to ask them about some information about the Feywild.
You see, like, a look, like, pass over her face for a second. She goes, oh, the Feywild. Well, now, Greb, I know you've only been with us for, like, a little bit, sweetheart, but we we don't go to the Feywild that often. You know, the semantics are crazy. You know, here in the material realm, Feywild Carnival, super interesting, super new. No one's ever done it. No one's ever heard of us. Absolutely amazing. In the Feywild, this is very run-in-the-mill. Everyone is doing this. And, like, you know, the competition is just crazy. Why would you want to go there?
I know we've had a portal in the past, though.
Portal? No. Oh,
With
definitely.
Marigold.
I've never seen one.
I make an insight check.
Sure, absolutely.
It's a 14.
You believe her when she says. You believe her when she says, "I haven't seen one." What'd you say? I'm sorry.
She rolled the same thing as me.
Oh, you rolled the same thing. Okay,
Yeah.
you guys believe her when she says, "I have never seen one."
Well, just because you haven't seen one doesn't mean that one doesn't exist here. Surely they have goings on with the Feywild, considering this is a Feywild circus.
Ernest, have you seen it?
He like stops in the middle of his very long rant about wings and bones and bumblebees, and Flubs is like, oh, that was a lot. And he goes, you see, darling, there was a bit of a rumor that some nasty had spread around. Look, we've never seen a portal, have we, Margot? No, sweetie, we haven't seen a portal. No portal here. I've never seen one. It's just a rumor.
Okay. I know, and sometimes rumors can just get so outlandish.
I highly doubt that. This is a Feywild themed circus. Surely we have some connections to the Feywild.
We have it on good authority that there is a portal. A doorway? A door?
Authority?
Yeah, Mom. Yeah.
They both look at Flubs.
I get you, Flubs. I get you.
Well,
Don't worry about that. Anyways, we know there's one around here somewhere, so
Well,
perhaps I
listen.
could.
You really shouldn't be bothering Mr. Witch and Mr. Light with such rumors, but if you really want to talk to someone about it, they sort of like exchange a glance, and they're like, well, maybe you could speak with Durlegron. And they sort of like gesture just down the way. Durlegron is a very large and beautiful displacer beast who works for the carnival. He is awakened, and he's very sweet. And he rocks extremely large monarch butterfly wings. He's very nice.
You think he would know about this rumor of a portal?
Oh, well, certainly. If anyone would know, it would be Durlegron. I mean, he's been here for quite a long time. And, you know,
That's a good point.
he gets all the good gossip.
Ah. Well, thank you for this information, Miss Marigold. Mr. Ernest, I hope you break a leg.
Why?
Bye-bye. It's a saying among actors. It means good luck.
Thank you, sweetheart. You have fun now. Don't get into too much trouble.
Yeah, yes.
Breaking arm. Bye.
It's a leg. It's. Sarali, which way do we go?
She's like, this way! And she starts heading towards where lost property.
Lucky for you guys, lost property is on the way to to the dragonflies, and it's kind of a it's a less decorated booth than a lot of the other ones. It's almost like a square caravan. It's really the closest thing that anyone has to like an office-looking dealio here. And you see, let me pull him up. Everyone's favorite.
Asha?
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine.
You see that the caravan sort of like opens up like forward folding, almost like a truck bed, and you see Durlagron like sort of lounging. His paws are enormous, and his wings are also huge. He has very like alert ears that are constantly flicking back and forth, and he has beautiful golden eyes that are very intelligent looking again, like more intelligent looking than some of the other beasts here. He is a true displacer beast, so he has like the tentacles and stuff, but he keeps them neatly tucked away. And his outfit also seems to involve a like large keg, like you know how like Saint Bernards have like the kegs like under their throats. And you see that like his fur is almost like a midnight blue. And in front of him are two young boys who are like just absolutely roughhousing in front of him, and one of them like runs up and hugs Durlagron around his neck, and he's like, "Again, Durla, again!" And he like kind of like hangs on the creature's neck, and you can see that Durla sort of like gives like a little grin, and he picks the boy up by like one of his like tentacles, and he like gently kind of like gives him a soft toss on the soft grass, and the boys like tackle each other again and start playing.
They look
Hello,
like they're having
Mr.
fun.
Durlagrad. Yes, he's very good with children.
Hello, Greb. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance again this fine evening.
Mr. Durlagrad, I had a question or two for you.
Kind of takes his attention off the boys for just 1 second. And he goes, "Very well. Carry on."
Well, so you've been at this circus for quite some time. And I know that there used to be a portal to the Feywild somewhere around here. Do you happen to know where it is located?
You see he like gives you like a long stare with his intelligent amber eyes, and he like licks his paw and like slicks his whiskers back, which are very gray. And you can see like just around his muzzle and stuff he has a lot of gray. And he goes, "It is true. I have been at this carnival a long time. A portal. There is rumor. Nothing else."
Well, rumor is better than nothing. Many rumors are based in truth.
Sometimes.
Can you explain more?
He like kind of like makes sure the boys are playing, and he turns his attention back to you. And he goes, "Greb, I know that you Only been with us a short time. Do you ever feel as if you're being watched?
Do I?
Flubs and Greb, go ahead and make
Mhm.
perception checks.
Are we like right up with her, or did she like get closer and is having a private conversation?
I feel
You're
like
having a
all of
private
us would have,
conversation with
like, kind
Durla,
of
yeah.
huddled around him.
Yeah, you're having a private conversation with Durla.
Right,
And
but like just
Durlagron is a
grabbing him,
boy.
or like all three of us?
All three of you,
and him? Okay.
Yeah.
Your wings.
Which check were we making?
Perception.
Your wings are
15.
fair.
I'll have a plus one.
Thank
15.
you. What was your roll, Greb?
15.
15 all around.
Now that Durla
Indeed.
mentions it, you, like, it not enough that you would have ever noticed if someone hadn't said something. But you recall a couple of times where you felt, like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and you would, like, look around, and no one was really paying attention to you, and you kind of, like, just shrugged it off. It's happened a couple times.
I have gotten that feeling a few times. What about you, Flubs?
I mean, I suppose it's possible it was me, but I don't think I was watching you for. I think I saw you
Flubs,
yesterday.
did you feel like someone was watching you, not you watching me?
Oh, that makes more sense.
Did I?
Mhm.
Yeah, sometimes it was really weird. I thought it was like the bubbles in the sky or like the fireworks. It just something was off. I don't know.
Okay, well, what does this have to do with a Fey portal?
Do you know why I have this role here at the carnival?
To make fun for children?
No. I took this
They
role.
aren't having fun?
Well, he kind of like, again, like looks over at the boys and he goes, I do enjoy the fun and the childish joy that the carnival brings. I was a father. I am a father. But she was taken from me many moons ago. I always hoped.
A daughter?
My little star. She was just a kitten.
That's so sad.
It is. And I have sworn to protect the children. He leans in, like, closer. He's like, there is something in this carnival that watches and waits and takes when you are not wearing those wings.
Can it take anything?
It took my star. And
Can it take only physical things or also intangible?
I do believe that they are only interested in people. You didn't hear this from me. But Burley's brother, his twin, disappeared. As did Featherine's grandmother. It is rare, but it happens.
Did they disappear today?
No. Over the years.
Do you believe they could be in the Feywild?
I believe that the portal is not a rumor. But I have not found the portal myself.
So, if we take off the rings, maybe we can go to the Feywild.
I mean, that would be one way to get to the Feywild, but I have a feeling that's not the best way to go.
I agree
Okay.
with Sarali. I think we should gather more information first.
I think it would
Okay.
be unpleasant. And if you do find the portal, he sort of like turns around for a second. You really get like the full view of like his tentacles and such, and how massive he is. He's a big displacer beast, and you can see like how powerful he would have been once. He's quite old now, and he sort of like rummages around in his things, and he brings out in his mouth a small silver ball, and he like drops it gently in front of him, and he says, "This was my star's favorite toy. If you find her, she will recognize you. You present this toy."
Is her name Star?
Yes.
Does she look like you?
I would assume so.
Well, you know, sometimes parents and children don't like look exactly the same, so I figured I'd ask, you know.
I mean, if they're not your
That's a good
biological
point.
parents, I think that could be true, but
What-
unless
what-
you're adopted,
What does that mean?
I think it's a bit too complicated to get into with you right now. But
Okay.
this is very good information to know. I
Thank
will
you.
keep this ball safe for Star, and we will look for her on our travels into the Feywild. And if we come across her, we will bring her home safely to you, Mr. Delagrand.
He kind of like nods with his head, and he like kind of like does the cat thing where like puts his like head out and like rubs on you a little bit. You can feel that he's like purring, which is like pretty loud because he's so big. And he's like, "Thank you."
Yes, that's enough. All right. Okay. Thank you for the information. We have somewhere
Give
to be.
him a hug if he does that to me. I embrace it.
You wrap your arms around his neck and like snuggle your face in his fur, and he's wonderfully soft, and he like you can feel him purring, and you feel him like
Bring her home.
pet the hair with the tentacles. Thank
Bring
you.
her home.
Did she have any other toys that, you know, maybe weren't her favorite?
That gives you like a curious look. He goes,
You know, since we're gonna find her anyway, you know,
He goes back and rummages around, and he's like, and he
Flubs, if you take this toy, you must give it back to Star.
pulls out like a little like scratching pad. It's like fairly worn. And he goes, well, I suppose I could part with this. Believe it or not, not too many displacer beasts come through here.
That's understandable.
He, like, nudges the worn scratcher towards you.
Flubs will take it and like try to fit it in his pack, but it's clearly too big, so he'll
Definitely
just like
isn't gonna fit.
set about strapping it to the pack just on the back.
Fantastic. He, like, doesn't even care. He's just like, thank you. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Mr.
Boys.
Delagrand.
You see that they're like the boys are like now like punching each other, and he like just separates them with his tentacles.
There's no fighting in the circus.
Yes, boys, no fighting. And he like and then he like calls them over and he like begins pulling them like hot apple cider from his like little neck thing.
Cute.
Oh my gosh. Adorable.
I love him.
I also stand Durlacron. I love him so much. Okay, so you guys finally, like, it's really hard to just even walk through without immediately going like, oh my gosh, like, what is this person selling? And like everyone is like calling out like, get your popcorn, your peanuts, your roasted nuts, your cotton candy. And you see that like there's like candy stores, and you even pass a little shop that's selling what look like to be like miniatures of like Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. He doesn't look like he's getting a ton of business, but they are beautiful and golden. So you guys walk up to the dragonflies. And you guys see that like it's essentially a part of the like river that this is around. Greb, you have like moved around enough with the Witchlight Carnival that you know that the river and Silversong Lake are actually part of the carnival, and it magically packs itself up into Mr. Watch's like Mr. Light's, like he has like a staff that he like unleashes things on. Maybe it's Mr. Witch.
cool.
You actually can't remember. So there's like huge lily pads resting on the surface of a pool, glistening with phosphorescent algae. You see like little fish like moving in and out of the light. And then the giant dragonflies, which are like in every single color, and they're massive, huge, massive. They use the lily pads as like landing platforms, and the buzzing is really, really loud. And the wings like almost look like stained glass in the light, and they're like they like land near the shore to like pick up excited passengers. And you also see, Sarali sees a familiar treant, Northwind, who is sporting bright blue wings with like black like swirls on them, and he seems to be having an intense conversation with the squirrel. And you just see the treant like nodding, and the leaves like rustling, and you hear like the like chittering of this squirrel.
So it doesn't look like it's a very pleasant conversation, just kind of intense.
You kind of just think that the squirrel is talks really fast.
Oh.
What do you think they're talking about?
Probably circus business.
That's
That
probably
sounds
true.
fun. Like,
It was really cool what they were doing earlier.
what were they doing earlier?
Well, she was standing there, and the squirrel was dropping these acorns, and it looks like the kids were having a lot of fun. And I think magical things were happening. It's a carnival. It's a Witchlight carnival. Magical things are always happening.
Yeah.
I just think the tree ant is cool. No marbles, though.
What I would give to have a sample of this.
You guys see that like a dwarven family is like kind of like they like get their tickets punched, and like the son looks very young. Greb, you kind of would place him like dwarves live a long time, and like this is a very young dwarven child. And he's like super tiny, and he's like jumping up and down, and you can see his mom and dad are like a little hesitant to like let him ride this ride. But like a big green dragonfly like comes down on the dock and lets them mount up.
Like this ride.
You see it's the treant.
Dragonflies are surprisingly gentle.
They're very sweet. You see that the treant is the one who punches the ticket.
Oh. Well, if we want to ride the ride, I think we gotta go up to the tree ant and get our ticket punched.
I don't think I have a ticket.
Did you meet Sabina on the dragonfly ride?
No, she brought me and my sister here.
What? You met with her here?
She was like, we met a little farther back. We walked past it already.
Why didn't you say so?
There's lots of things going on.
Well, I guess we do need to kill time until Mr. Witchlight's ceremony is over. Well, would you like to ride a dragonfly?
I would.
Flubs, I suppose I could get you a ride with my employee discount.
Cool.
I go up to the treant and I hand my ticket for the ride.
Oh, hello, darling. You're a tiefling. I have seen you before. You're a purple tiefling. I saw you earlier, and oh, I'm so glad you decided to come ride the dragonflies. And you see that the Northwind, who's the treant, like just nods and is like, "Take a breath, Northwind. Need to chill. Everything is cool."
Chill out, dude.
Dude.
Broski.
Warlock.
Yes, exactly like your old warlock character. Oh my god. Oh man. I love her.
I'm just so excited. This is just like the best ride, and like the dragonflies are super cool, and I just love working here. She like runs around and like gets all up in the tree and like leaves, shakes down a couple leaves, and you just see the tree and like, okay, you guys got tickets for me?
I hand over a ticket. What's in the acorns that you dropped for the kids?
Oh, you know,
Magic?
Trinkets, magic stuff.
Great.
Sometimes they're just
Cool.
acorns, you know?
I love it.
Do you have any more?
Sure. She like puts like, you see you see Red, the squirrel, like jump down and like has like a pretty like large acorn. She's like, "I got an acorn, here you go." And she like shoves it into you.
I got it.
That's a really good one.
Thank you.
It's like Hammy from Over the Hedge. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yes.
I'll just hold it to my chest.
Okay, so rules, safety, rules, safety, rules, safety. Okay, here we go. First of all, dragonflies, they startle easily. You got to get on them quickly, quietly, safely. Don't make any sudden movements. And you can see that she's just like she's like tweaking out, and then she like kind of like sheepishly looks at Northwind. She's like, I'm not allowed to ride them anymore. It's like the dragonflies are just requested, but anyway, I can still work here. Now,
I wonder why.
I don't know.
You seem so nice. I don't know why they would let you.
Red, you gotta keep on
It's
the
a great
main
mystery.
path. You gotta keep on the main path, Red. Just tell them what they need to do. Okay, so first, you're gonna get on, then you're gonna get in your seat, and then you're gonna buckle your seatbelt, and then you can, like, steer them. And she's, again, like, hopping all over Northwind and stuff. And, like, go ahead and make me a perception check, you guys.
Ooh.
Perception.
13.
11.
Four.
They
This
are
is
the
a
most
very...
perceptive group
Yeah,
ever.
this is a very enchanting pair. You guys are just like, dude, everyone is such a weirdo here. And you kind of, like, never tire of it. And,
You
like,
fit in.
but you guys, like, Flubs rolled the highest, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, just out of the corner of your eye, you see that the green dragonfly is, like, bucking a little, and he's, like, moving really erratically.
I'll just kind of tap whoever's closest to me.
Is it supposed to be doing that? It's like bucking. It's
Bucking.
moving.
And, like, all of a sudden,
Can I
like,
see
Northwind and Red, like, look over, and Red, like, is like, oh no! And you start to see the dragonfly, like, it starts going ham. It's full rodeo, like, trying to, like, buck these dwarves off. The dwarves are screaming, trying to, like, hold on to their son. And you see, like, Northwind and Red, like, Red is full hyperventilating. He's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh no, another accident can't happen on my watch. Quick, can you guys help us? Please, 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 I'm not allowed on the ride. Please, 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 please.
What can we do? What do we do?
And he, like, whistles, and, like, a small but, like, fast blue dragonfly appears, like, on the dock, and, like, he, like, kind of, like, the Northwind, like, kind of, like, blows, like, wind a little bit towards you guys and, like, pushes you guys forward, and he's like, thanks for helping out, man.
I didn't agree to this.
Red's like,
Will I be
I'll
compensated?
totally put in a good word for you, thank you so much, oh my god! Quick.
Alright.
So we're getting on the dragonfly?
Yeah, I'll step
They're
on if I
pushing you
can.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, getting
Dragonfly
on the
looks
dragonfly.
like real. He's solid looking. He looks like he's probably like a, you know, when they like have like an emergency or something, like they call in like their best flyer, and you guys like strap in, and he immediately like takes off. Yeah. Go ahead.
I cast friends on myself.
Oh, you cast friends? Okay, amazing. On yourself?
Or specifically the dragonfly. Yeah. Well, it's the range. You cast it on yourself, so you have advantage on charisma throws.
Got it.
For
Sick.
the creature. Yeah.
666.
So, yes. That's a cantrip with my pet spoon.
Perfect. So go ahead.
Wait, you cast friends on the one we're riding, or the one that's?
No, I cast it on myself, so I have advantage on charisma throws as I'm going to try to talk the dragonfly down.
Okay. I have something that could help calm its nerves as well.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check for this dragonfly. You guys, we're gonna do a group animal handling check.
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
Wouldn't you know it? Animal handling is not my best skill.
That's crazy.
Surprising, I know.
Um,
Oh boy.
I got a 14.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Okay.
5 minus
Okay.
1.
Amazing.
I got this, guys.
Okay.
Flubs, you realize pretty quickly you did not put your seatbelt on correctly. And you are trying to hold on for dear life yourself. And
Language.
Greb, you this is not your favorite thing. Like honestly, in your mind, this is a fairly dangerous ride. You don't think they should let children ride this. Sarali, you have ridden the dragonflies before, and your big sister energy takes over, and you're like, hold on, and you start steering towards this wildin' green dragonfly. You see that the dwarven child is barely hanging on. He's about to slip off at any second. So you guys zoom towards him.
So I look at the dragonfly. It's not hostile towards me.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, okay, big guy, let's slow down and let's kind of take a nice deep breath. It's okay. They're just here to have some fun.
You see Flubs start taking deep breaths.
Amazing.
I think Greb is just clutching on to Sarali, just behind her,
You got this? Okay.
I'm working on it. Calm the dragonfly down.
All right, make an animal handling check on this guy.
Let's try to use persuasion, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Unfortunately, he is not awakened. Doesn't speak English.
It just says, darn.
I know. Everything seemed like it was awakened in here, but it's not. Ha ha!
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Flubs can swim.
Guys, that was a 4.
The green dragonfly, it doesn't give a shit that you're trying to calm him down, and it gives a buck, and the young dwarf fully loses his grip, and he begins to fall.
I direct the dragonfly towards the dwarf boy to catch him.
All right.
While we duck down, can
go
I
ahead.
try to jump off of ours onto the green one?
Okay. Acrobatics check, and then dexterity saving throw, I guess. Flubs, you're just breathing.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually, if I can take out a rope and start tying it around myself.
You totally can.
I'd like to do that. Cool.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Greb, you basically in that split second of right before you start diving, you're able to spring up, you unbuckle and you spring up and you and you kind of land on your stomach a little bit, but you're able to scramble up and you're like, hey.
Now you listen to me.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Before that happened, I was kind of thinking about doing this anyways, but it's okay if I can't retcon this. So before Greb had made the jump, because I realized that Friends is not working, I was going to drop Friends and cast Guidance.
Okay, sure.
It's okay.
Guidance on yourself?
I was going to cast Guidance on... Oh, yeah, no, I would have cast it on myself because...
You're going to make that...
I didn't know that Greb was going to do that.
Yeah,
so
you didn't know.
Sarali was not aware. I was focusing on the dwarf.
Why not? It's the logical decision, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a dragonfly on the loose.
So make a dexterity saving throw to like basically pilot him into saving this dwarven child.
Can I? Okay. We need a dexterity saving throw.
I'm not sure if guidance works on that, to be honest.
It does not.
Okay. Charlie's like, I do magic so good.
Can I
I'm not
assist?
doing magic very well.
You
Can
can
I
assist.
assist
You can
by
assist.
trying to grab the dwarf? Okay.
You can only assist. So
Okay.
so roll
Yeah,
with
support.
advantage. Saving throw with advantage. I know DM. I know D&D
that's
rules.
good. That's good. 21.
Okay.
It was a 21 or a 17.
Okay.
So I was still rolling above
You're
a 15.
still good. You're still good.
If that makes anything.
So
Okay.
like,
Sweet.
so
Nice.
Greb hops on, and it's like now on the bucking green giant dragonfly. Flubs, you've calmed down a little bit, and you sort of like you're like, I've totally seen this done before, and you like give your
Yep.
dragonfly like a smart smack on the tail, and
Yeah.
Sarali like pulls him into a dive, and you guys are just able to like full catch him, and Flubs, he like kind of like knocks into you, and you're like able to hold on to him, and you're like, and he's just like crying.
I am gonna start tying the other end of the rope around
Okay.
him.
This ride is terrible.
So after that, after we catch the dwarf, I'm gonna start going back up towards where Greb is.
Okay. Greb, go ahead and make either a persuasion check to calm the parents down, or an animal handling check to try and calm the dragonfly down.
Well, I would like to try to throw a potion into the dragonfly's mouth.
Okay, I mean, I'll let you try, for sure. You scramble up towards his face.
Would that be just like an attack, or like, what would that be?
What potion are you trying to make him ingest?
A nerve calmer.
Okay, let's see here. Let me look at what that entails.
A gray, thick potion with a lemony taste. A dose of this potion reduces the stress and calms the nerves of the user. A highly popular amongst entertainment fighters, newbie bouncers, introverts, etc. It has been prescribed to people with certain phobias.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and make, I guess, a dex check to get it into his mouth.
And like, this is a full bottle which contains 20 doses. So
Okay, yeah. I mean, he's a big boy.
even if I got a little in his mouth, it'd
You're
probably
like,
be
it's a
decent.
full potion.
Insane.
Insane.
You said dexterity check?
Yeah.
Dex check.
Okay. 17.
Okay, you're not super familiar with like dragonfly like anatomy, but you're like, yep, and you just kind of like, you're like, all right, his eyes are there, and then you just sort of like smash the bottle into him, and like you're like, some of it got in his mouth, and like almost immediately like he starts to kind of chill out a little bit. The parents are losing their minds. They're like,
it's okay. We're extra comments. Sarali's like, it's okay. It's okay. Look, your son is fine. I'm assuming he's the son. Sorry.
It's their son. Yeah.
Wait. Look, he's fine. Look, he's fine.
Oh my god.
Everything's okay.
Oh my god. Johnny,
we're gonna keep him on this dragonfly for just a little bit longer, though.
Oh my god. Okay, we have to go home. This is terrible. We are done with this carnival. Johnny, you are in so much trouble.
No, I'm sure it was just an accident. This doesn't usually happen. Would you like some nerve calming potion?
They're like, you see that the mom is like, she's like full red, and she's like, when my clan hears about this, ooh, I will bring the rage of our clan down on you. You'll never have another dwarven customer again.
Accident. It was just an accident. Everyone's fine. It's just an accident. It's okay.
Come here, Johnny. Come here. The son, full crocodile tears. I want to go home. This ride is home.
You're gonna go home. No, it's fine. It's
Can
fine.
I go up? I want to go up to the kid and give him like a little ginger candy. Like, here, this.
You're still on the back of a dragonfly.
I feel like I would have landed it at this point, right?
Yeah, you guys are like coming down. Like,
yeah,
you know, you're kind of you're like de-escalating this situation, and and you give him a little ginger candy, and you like, you put a little bit of the nerve.
This will help with any nausea you experienced.
Yeah.
As soon as the candy gets in his mouth,
dragonfly really good.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
There. It's all right. You're fine.
He like looks at Flubs and he's like, did it look cool? Did I look cool?
No, you fell out of the sky. It looked really scary.
What?
You were so cool.
Really hard.
You were so cool.
You were so cool.
It was so cool. I mean, you totally did a backflip in the air as you were coming down. You were so cool. It was great.
That's right. I'm a badass. Johnny!
You are a badass! Such a badass.
Yeah, you can see that the dad has already taken like a ginger candy. The dad is like, you as you like lean in, yeah, Greb, you're like, oh, he's had a lot to drink. The smell of brambleberry wine is rank on his breath, and you're just like, here you go, my man. And he's just like, no, and he's fine. And then you're like, ma'am, and you just like gently give her the cough drop, and she's just, it's just one of those things where like you're so mad and you're just like, I just need to like chew on something, and she just pops it in her mouth, and she's like,
here, take this for your troubles.
She looks at Greb, she looks you up and down, she's like, are you an alchemist?
I am. Are you a part of the alchemy clan of dwarves?
You know what? You know my cousin. Okay.
Your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you do look very similar to someone I knew in my classes.
You know, Arnold. Big red bushy beard.
Arnold, yes! You know, to be honest, he was a subpart alchemist, but he tried his best.
Oh, yes. I mean, you know, it's...
I ended up tutoring him a few times.
Oh, and you are such a doll for that. Listen, he really needs all the help he can get, because, like, you know, his dad's kind of sick, and, you know, all his brothers are in the other guilds, and he didn't have anyone to take over the... Anyway, you know all this,
It's very relatable, trust me.
Okay, well, I guess the clan...
I'm sorry for this experience, but hopefully we can make it up to you. I'm sure Northwind here will have something for you to compensate you.
Well, I suppose the clan doesn't have to hear about this. But I will write to Cousin Arnie and let him know that you helped us out. What was, Oh, you're Ubog, right? And she, like, gives, like, this recognition on her face, and she goes, oh, of the Ubog Smiths?
No relation, it's a different name.
Oh, okay, yeah, it happens all the time with us dwarves.
There's a lot of us around here. Yeah. Goblins, you know.
Well, I guess I'll go talk to Northwind.
Well,
is that the tree?
Yes, it's the tree. He will compensate you. Perhaps he will give you some very good seats for the show later on tonight.
Well, I suppose we already paid the 5 gold to get in. So, Johnny, are you okay? He's, like, fully fine now. And you see that his dad, like, went to go buy him, like a huge tub of popcorn, and he's, like, already munching on the popcorn super happily, and it's like, crisis is averted.
Ugh. What the heck happened?
Great question.
We could have gotten in so much trouble.
I feel like we did.
Well, we were
the
helping.
kid almost fell.
Well, he would have been fine. He would have landed in the water.
Well, you don't know if he can swim.
Well, either
We
way,
never-
he's fine.
You know, he was quite heavy, and like he slammed into me. I feel like I could use a cough drop too.
They're not technically. They're not cough drops. They're lozenges for nausea. And I just added a dose of the calming nerve calmer. But that was already more than I could afford to give out. The dragonfly took most of it. So,
Thanks for doing that.
Is that a no?
It's gonna be a no for me, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe in a real emergency I'll give you one.
What's a lozenge? What is that?
No time! Sarali, what do you think about this dragonfly?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I look at the dragonfly that was going a little crazy and try to get a read on it?
Totally. Then what was I gonna say? Also, Flubs and Sarali make me a history check.
You keep asking for these things that Flubs is not good at.
Flubs is like, I don't
One day
know.
Flubs will get a roll he's good at.
I got a dirty 20!
I did
proud.
not.
Come on, Flubs.
I'm proud anyway.
It is a 9 minus 1 for an 8.
Flubs. Nothing registers for you. You don't know who any of these people are.
I'm still trying to rack my brain on what a lozenge is.
Yeah, listen. You're like, dirty 20, Sarali?
Where have I heard this word?
Yes.
Sarali, you've heard of the name Ubog before. It's way out of your family's price range, but you've seen it like essentially like in the fancy section of stores.
So about
What
that
things-
dragonfly,
Well, wait a second.
Hold on.
What?
Her last name sounds familiar.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's a very common last name.
What's her last name?
It is?
Yeah, you know, goblins, we're all related or something. I don't know. Anyways,
You all know each other and you're all the same?
sure.
I'll tell you, tieflings are not like that. I don't know all tieflings.
Do you all share a last name?
No.
Oh.
We have different last names.
Well, what's your
No.
last name?
It's Brum.
Brum.
Sarali Brum.
That's nice.
Flubs is still like, what's
I
your
like
last name? And why do you need one?
He is thinking that.
He's thinking really hard about it.
Flubs is like, wow, I'm learning so much about things I have no idea about. You see,
He's on a
gonna
school
kind of-
field trip.
I was gonna say, I was gonna give Greb the side eye and then go and kind of like slowly turn and then look at the dragonfly.
you see the dragonfly is basically like, it's like, you see the treant is like slowly like taking off like the rope and stuff and like kind of like examining it and is like, chill out, dude. Like, what happened? You okay, man? And it's just like, I need you to meditate more. I need you to like find your zen. Find your center.
Find your center, man.
Yeah. That's it. He starts closing his eyes and Red like pops up out of the tree and he's like, oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, that was gonna be so bad! Oh, thank you guys so much! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh! You guys really saved our ass! Greb,
You're welcome.
thank you! Don't tell anyone this happened, okay? I'm not sure what was wrong with him. And then he sort of like in squirrel like chitters to him a little bit, and you just hear the dragonfly bzz, 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 bzz. And he's like, he said that like something scared him. He like saw something and it was really scary and he just freaked out and I don't know. Like he's just like twitching.
You know, I do have this nerve collar for sale. It's for you it would be 30 gold pieces, and it comes with let's see, how many doses is in this? I believe it's 20 doses per potion. Nerve collar. Yes, 20 doses.
Flubs has tried to
Although
steal
for Dragonfly,
everything, and you have tried to sell everything.
It's
Fantastic.
great. And Sarali's just like, what is going on right now?
It's just how people are.
as you have seen, it is highly effective. I'm sure for a dragonfly of this size, though, it might be more of 10 doses instead of 20. Yes?
I think there's a time and a place, and I don't think this is the time.
This is the
Or the
time and the place. It
Oh.
seems like they need this potion for this dragonfly.
How about in exchange for not telling people what happened here, you can buy a potion?
Well,
That
I-
seems like a fair trade. Yeah.
well, I mean, geez, Greb. I mean,
That's
you know,
what
that's
they call
like,
blackmail.
it's like,
What's that?
Red, is there anything else that we can do to help? Or are you guys good?
he like looks at Greb and his like little like squirrel arms and his like tail's like flicking and stuff, and he's just like, that's like
It
6
seems like
weeks
you
of
could
pay.
use the nerve calmer as well.
6 weeks of pay. It's a lot of money, you know.
You
know what I'm saying?
go along. Red
But
will
you would
stay-
prevent.
We won't say a word. We won't say a word. I grab Flubs and I start Head back to the car.
I'm gonna try to like shoo Sarali away. Like I'm gonna wave Sarali away. Like
But this would prevent other
I grabbed
issues
her.
happening. You won't.
You didn't even make a
This
grappling
won't happen
check?
again if you have this nerve calmer in your pocket. It will prevent future incidents.
No. Sarali just like shoos
I
you
grab
off,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
And
What are you doing? I was about to make a sale.
No, I don't think so. Not if it's like 6 weeks worth of their pay. Don't
It's
think that's
totally
gonna
worth
happen.
it.
But you're also asking Red to buy something for work instead of for himself.
Exactly. So Mr. Light or Mr. Witch could compensate them because it is a work-related purchase.
Do Mr. Witch and Mr. Light actually do that?
I don't know. I've only spoken to them once.
Then let's not assume that they do that.
What were they like?
Because you don't know. You've never seen it happen before, so maybe they don't.
That is a good point. It would be good business practice if they were to, though. But yes, I suppose you are right.
Maybe
Depends
when
on
we
what
talk
kind
to
of
them, we
person
can bring
they
it up.
are. Yeah, there you go. You can throw that business idea at them when we see them. But until then, let's leave Red alone.
Well,
do I know how much time there is left until the like Mr. Witch and Mr. Light performance?
the carnival or the big top show. Let's see.
I think we still got a while to go.
Yeah, probably.
We can occupy time, don't you worry.
what was the point of packing up my shop? I could be making sales right now.
I mean, you were trying.
You're more than welcome to go back to your tent.
I don't want to lose sight of you. You're my only connection to Miss Tasha.
That's your decision.
So
And you know we're friends, so you want to stick with us. Yeah.
I wouldn't say we're friends.
I would.
Logical.
The big top show actually is at the end of the night, and it ends with the crowning of the Witchlight monarch. Very big deal. The carnival also lasts all night, so it's